Are you a fan of American history? Well, John Steinbeck's of Mice and Men just popped up on my desk, which of course, we're gonna review.
Told me like he done before, about them other guys and about us.
Guys like us, they don't got nobody in the world gives a hoot and hell about us.
But not us, Stuart. Tell about us now. Because
I got you.
And I got you.
Of Mice and Men is a novella written by John Steinbeck in 1931. It follows the story of two Americans, George and Lenny, as they journey around America during the Great Depression. George and Lenny are the main protagonists of Mice and Men. George is a short, quick, smart, and a well-defined man with strong hands and slender arms. On the other hand, Lenny is a tall, slow, and big man with a shapeless face and large pale eyes. George, the leader, the brains of the partnership, who is faultless, whereas Lenny is short-sighted, a follower, and clumsy. These two men juxtapose each other. This provides the audience with the two different men of the American dream. Their lives are the greatest example, and the story that they partake in is exactly how the workers were used for during this time. The American dream came about during the Great Depression, from 1929 to 1939. It evolved around the idea that everyone has a dream to strive for. The poor ranch hands wish to be their own bosses and actually have stability in their lives. The great James Adams once wrote about the American dream. The American dream is that dream of a land in which life should be better and richer and fuller for everyone, with opportunity for each according to ability or achievement. It is not a dream of motor cars and high wages, but a dream of social order in which each man and each woman shall be able to achieve the fullest stature of which they are capable of, and be recognised by others for what they are, regardless of circumstances of birth or position. George and Lenny were men of this era, and completely immersed in this thing called the American dream. George and Lenny moved from farm to farm, searching for the best jobs they could, and believed that if they worked hard enough, they could make a future for themselves. This greatly affected their decision making. They constantly were looking for jobs that paid well and that they could sustain a living off, in the hope that one day they could earn enough money to own a ranch. Steinbeck made sure that these men would fail. One of these reasons was due to the work that they were doing. They were working on farms and being paid barely anything. He also constructed Lenny in such a way that they could never get anywhere. Lenny would always make a stupid mistake and cause detrimental harm to their jobs, and cause them to leave. He also used the dream that George and Lenny had to have them pushed to their limits to strive for greatness, when it would just get thrown back in their face. John Steinbeck's Of Mice and Men is a story about the tragedy and loss of those stuck chasing the American dream. The way that it follows the lives of two truly American men, George and Lenny, is compelling, as these two men are put through hell on earth as they journey from farm to farm. These were always caused by Lenny making a devastating mistake and causing him to flee the farm and find a new job. In the end, Of Mice and Men is a great little book for those that want to dive back into the days of the Great Depression and be part of an emotional roller coaster. What do you guys think of Mice and Men? Let me know in the comment section right down below. And while you're there, make sure you give this video a like. Finally, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next week. Peace!